Good evening, my friends. I, Ravindra Gupta, on behalf of Tata AIG, welcome you all to our fourth season of Leading the Way program under our engagement brand umbrella of Giant Steps. As you all are aware, in these sessions we call upon our dynamic leaders in the broking fraternity who, with their determination, have not just taken their company to the new heights, but also have given the right direction to the insurance industry time to time. It is our good luck that we are working along with these leaders and learning a lot from their vast experiences. So today, we have a 30-year young person with us, Mr. Sanjeet Rastogi, the founder of Beacon Insurance Broker. And yes, you heard it right. I said 30 years young because his work life is only 30 years and age is just a number for him. The person do not need any introduction as such. He did his schooling and then MSc in Allahabad, UP. He was a bright student and cleared his civil services mains also. But the destiny brought him to the insurance sector by joining the New India Assurance Company, and I think it was a good luck for us. He was there in the New India Company for 17 years in different roles and headed branch and divisional office. And during that time structured insurance programs for many large corporates. After privatization of the industry, he joined IFCO Tokyo as SBU head, and then he started Beacon Insurance Broker Company in 2005 from Baroda only with 7 people, and which now has become a multi-location broking firm with approx 130 people staff. Insurance is his passion. So even his leisure time is insurance. So he's always at home in mind. So I think we should learn mind management actually from Mr. Rastogi. And he does not need to strike a balance between work and life because his work is his passion. He believes in professional approach and follows the principle of trust, tolerance, and openness. So here these are just words, but if we go deep, these have well thought meanings, which are imbibed in the entire team of Beacon. And the only goal they have is to service the customer to their fullest satisfaction. He believes in attracting and developing young and smart minds in the insurance industry and thus hire fresh people from the college. As it is said, change is the only constant thing in this world. And he believes in that and is constantly updated in technology and training for his team. He believes in taking care of his team and their family, which goes a long way, and that has actually created a special bond between his team members, and thus there is hardly any attrition in Beacon. On a further personal front, he is a yoga freak. He does Sudarshan Kriya, meditation, and he also believes in giving back to the society. As a company and individual, they are involved in multiple CSR activities. Actually, I can go on continuously, and still I will not be able to completely describe him. So I'll not take much time of yours. I would like to call upon Mr. Rohit Nagpal, Senior Vice President, National Broking Head, Tata AIG, to invite Mr. Rastogi for the discussion. Thank you. Mr. Rohit Nagpal, please.
So good evening, everyone, and good evening, everyone. I think Ravinder, whatever you said about sir, it's really I'll say mind-boggling. And today, my job is very, very tough to have a more interactive session with him. So if I will fumble in between, kindly excuse me because there is a master sitting on the other side. Okay, whether you are talking about his Buddhi Jivita on the clearing the mains of IAS and starting the career with New India, starting an organization in 2005, which is now 130 plus employees. And I know from his own team, he's the real hero of his team. So, sir, before I'll start the session with you, so I'll say thank you very much to you for taking out your time for us and giving us this time and giving your experience, what you had, sharing it with your thoughts with the others is really going to be a good experience and good interaction with you. So, I have couple of I have couple of questions to you, which I think, sir, you are going to like it. So my first question to you, when I'll say, being a successful entrepreneur and industry leader with more than 35 years experience, where did it start? School or college? Any specific memory or mentor who shaped your personality?
See, basically, Rohit Nagpalji, thank you very much for inviting me for this talk. And very, very high words Ravindra has talked about me. That is his greatness. But I'm a simple person who started his journey from New India. And coming to your question, yes, while in the college or school, the first object was to get a job. That's all. And since I was in Allahabad, and Allahabad University is at that time in 80s and 70s known for producing civil servants. I mean, in each hospital there are 10 to 12 civil servants, which are every year they qualify and get selected for civil services. So my ambition was also the same. And it was, I had never thought of that I will start off my business of my own or something like that. It happens like when I joined New India, when I was posted in Gujarat. Gujarat के पानी ने दम दिखाया होगा कुछ, because Gujaratis are trading communities. So there something might have clicked in me that yes, as a professional, as an independent person, if I can do something, let me start doing that. And as far as mentors are concerned, there are a lot of mentors, whether be it a student life, be it a professional life, which has shaped myself and my professional career as well. Even all the colleagues, whether they were in New India, they were in IFCO Tokyo or today. So, I mean, it is all thanks to all of those colleagues, those seniors who have helped me to shape myself. And definitely my wife, especially, because I go out changing, like at the age of 40, I switch over to private sector. And then all of a sudden I told her that from tomorrow I am starting off my own at the age of 43 and a half. I mean, so she supported me at that time and things went on. That is what it has.
Really good, sir. So I'll say a lot of humility brings the people to this position, and I agree. You also have a lot of, I'll say, as a quality of humility. And talking about your old colleagues, thanking them for making you a better person is also a good thing, I think, which you said. And the most important thing from your this, I'll say, which I will take it. So we, in a film industry from Allahabad, we got Amitabh Bachchan. In insurance industry from Allahabad, we got Mr. Rustagi. So that is very, very important. So I'll say you are the Amitabh Bachchan of GI industry for us, coming from the same place, and really great. So, sir, my next question to you is, being a science graduate and a civil services aspirant, what made you venture in insurance industry?
See, in the year, in the 70s and 80s, we had limited choice. not in 2020 or the decade of 2000 plus. We had one is central government job, second was the state government job, third was PSUs. I mean, for a person who is not an engineer and who is not a doctor, I mean, there are two professions, doctor and engineers. Other than that, if you are doing BCom, BSc, MCom, MSc, MBA or whatever it is, there was not much of MBAs at that time. And I did not succeed in IITs, I did not succeed in IIM, Ahmedabad, and there were 5 IIM at that time. So the option left to me is number 1 is central government, number 2 is state government, and PSUs. PSU means basically probationary officer in the bank, plus General Insurance Corporation of India, where you have to apply with 40 rupees per, that is draft DD. And so I did the same thing because being civil servant was not short. So I appeared for a few PU exams. I got selected in Central Bank of India. I got selected in GIC. And I got selected in UPSC, that is UPPSC, in accounts job, account services. So I thought it is better to go, because my last aim was civil services. So better to go Bombay and enjoy some training program, paid holidays, and prepare myself for civil services. But I continued in insurance only. So that's why this all journey started. I was posted in Gujarat after 7 months of foundation training program in Bombay. And then the normal life started. This is how I have come to insurance. After not being in the first choice. Second choice was including defense also. I had appeared for CDS, and I've cleared the PVAT also, Air Force bomber things. But I may be more intelligent because they take average IQ guys. I may be more above that average IQ. That's why I was not selected in the interviews, SSB interviews. That is all. And that stuck to me to insurance only.
Really, sir, really nice to hear that. And मैं ये कहूँगा कि देशभक्ति की भावना भी है एक तरफ, तो डिफेंस में जाने की भी कीननेस थी आप में, और मतलब एंड यू हैव क्लियर्ड लॉट ऑफ एग्जाम्स. It's not easy, and selecting GI as one of the industry to pursue your career and taking your graph up and up, and really aspiring story for all of us. And from here, when I go to my next thing, sir, my next question comes to you. As we all know, it is not at all easy to convince the client and instill confidence that you would be the most trusted insurance advisor and partner in this highly knowledgeable, driven technical industry. How did the insurance learning take place? Was it on the job, or it was a textbook approach you followed?
Very long question, Care. Anyway, I will try to answer it. See, basically, first let me take the first part. So, convincing of a client is, we say that insurance is a difficult to market, but I feel insurance, especially general insurance I'm talking of, life insurance I'm not aware of, is very easy to sell, because everybody wants reliable person, that he should do business or he should interact with the reliable persons. If you are honest, if you are putting the things very straight in simple language without using your marketing jargons and all those things, number 1 point. So it goes straight. the person who is sitting on the opposite side, whether in VC or physically, is also an experienced person. He knows whether the things are being articulated and whether it is coming from the true persons. Number one point, which is very important point, because all sales activity is based on that mutual trust. If it is backed up by technical support, in the sense you understand the need, analyze the need, and then if you feel like that need solution is relatively better for the person, you explain him in a form of a story. It becomes very, very easy. Need analysis, need realization, making the need realized by the person and the fulfillment solution with simple words of yours makes this entire cycle very, very easy. And the prospect become your client, your retention become almost 100%. So that is to answer your first line of questions. Secondly is insurance knowledge and all those things. I mean, GI has become my favorite with the time. Earlier it was the choice of doing the job only, initially yes. But later on, GI I found is the most diversified field I have seen so far. I mean, morning, if you are talking to somebody for health, you are a doctor. Some time after that, you may be an expert in commerce. If you are talking to a trading company, you can be a GST expert after 30 minutes because you are talking of input cost and reversal of GST in a claim or at the time of valuation. So you become chartered accountant, you become logistics guy, you become exporter, you become engineer, you become law experts, all within a day. So you have a different role you can play. And in general insurance, and which is very fascinating to me, you can say. As far as books are concerned, yes, it is not that. I'm not a bookish guy. I mean, I hardly read. But yes, when I did my fellowship, associate and licentiate, and when we took reinsurance license, then I completed, I mean, 4 years back or 5 years back, I completed my ACII. Because people say that if you are having chartered insurance insurer or broker tag, then definitely reinsurer world, international world accept you seriously. Well, let me do that also. So I did that some 5 years back. Otherwise, reading books is not my interest much. And if you're one aspect more in GI, you are internationally also you are exposed to, whether your client is having a subsidiary abroad, whether you are going for global programs, you are supposed to know what happens in Texas, what type of laws are there in UK, how the GDPR works, and lot many things globally. So that is what I mean, I like GI and I'm passionate about it. That's all from my side.
Really, sir, very, very nice actually to hear from you. Like general insurance is your passion, and as you said, I know you always learn from the applications more than from reading the books. I have seen you, and I have seen you how you even trained your team. So you put them also on application mode, and you also interaction with the insurance companies, interaction with the clients will make a learning much better. And as I'll tell you, you also said structuring a right solution for your customer becomes your main objective when you interact with your client. It may be, I'm saying, not traditionally available, but how we can give a better solution in a today's scenario. Traditionally, certain things are being made as per the application of traditional objective or traditional problems. But today, we are in a dynamic world. World is keep changing and new things keep coming. And when we also interact with you and your team, we also keep learning the new things from you, sir. And I'm saying continue this. At least you have given a lot of things to this industry. Keep giving us more things. And before I will go to my next question. So really very great learning from you, sir. I also keep learning from you as an individual. And thank you very much for that. So with the ever evolving technology, sir, today we see and we keep hearing technology as a word in the industry. And I'll say we are hearing about insurtech firms working on IoT based solutions, blockchain technology, claim processing. In your view, the impact would such technology have on the general insurance space in India in the future?
See, basically, Rohitji, technology has touched our entire life aspect, whether be it insurance or be it the personal life, because we all starting our morning with mobile alarms to the night seeing the WhatsApps and whatever it is. So if internet is not there, then you are more uncomfortable than even power if not there, or if food is not there. But your internet is must. So technology has definitely has become integral part of our life, and so is for GI. General insurance, as you know, I mean, we all know, has got two aspects. One is retail business and one is commercial business. If I take insurance, general insurance, it has got three aspects, you can say. In retail, it is health and motor, which is 66%, you can say, of the total kitty, and 33% is commercial and other things. So in the first two aspects, that is health as well as in motor, be it underwriting, be it giving the quotes, getting the spot sales, booking the policies, giving the policies, whether it is overseas travel, whether it is motor, whether it is health, and it has also tremendously helped us in claim settlement. I mean, technology and insurtech and all those things. Now, motor claims are being settled within hours with minimum number of virtual documents. I mean, this has been enabled by most of the Indian insurance companies are also doing that type of things. The same thing happens in health insurance. There are mobile apps, which gives you which are the hospital near you, what are the rates, what are the terms and conditions. And in COVID things, it has become very handy and useful. Whether it is insurance company, frontline workers, we talk about health workers only, but it is insurance companies, health frontline workers, or whether it is TPA. They have done tremendous job, and this technology has helped them and helped the clients to serve themselves individually and to the entire GI industry. On the commercial side, yes, insurtech so far has not been very effective, word over. Last year, I was in a conference in London where AXA and Future generally has made a presentation of doing entire commercial transactions, commercial insurance transactions on InsurTech and AI and all those things. So a portion of products I understand has been transferred to automation in these two companies, especially AXA XL and GenAI. There may be few other companies also who may be starting this, but it is yet to come to India as far as the commercial business is concerned. But definitely, I think COVID has delayed it, but in commercial business also InsurTech will play its role. And the benefits are, it becomes more transparent to the customer, whether it is purchase of insurance and whether it is claim settlement, it becomes quick, speedily, and more transparent. So definitely the technology and the InsurTech and AI will definitely is playing the role and will play the role more in the time to come in GI industry as well.
No, sir, I think very beautifully said it when it comes to whether it is artificial intelligence or whether it is a machine learning or IoT based anything on the digital platform, and pandemic has given us a different learning, and you very well I think rightly said it. It is not two consumer and commercial line businesses. It is actually three different buckets, wherein motor, health, and commercial line, three different buckets to be how these can be addressed differently by entire digital space. And pandemic has given us a different learning, and rightly said it. And the future, at least on the retail side, I strongly believe is going to be more towards on the technology front. And when it comes to the commercial side, which is more solution structuring for the customer, wherever it is more monotonous or a SME side of the business may pick it up technology space. But when it is more large businesses, wherein it is more understanding of the customer business and giving them a solution, will take a different space for us.
Sure.
And also you said it, you touched upon the claims. Claims are definitely the great learning on the technology front will be coming on the claims, and the transparency which would be there with the technology which will be evolving will be taking a different shape. I appreciate, sir. I really appreciate what you said. And the next question is to you. We all know we are going through a turbulent phase, sir. Okay. First, we have seen the lockdown for I'll say 1 month, 60 days, which extended for a longer duration. We are seeing a second COVID peak in India. A lot of restriction which has been implied on us. The business impact across industries is inevitable during these times. How do you see the Indian general insurance industry impacted because of unforeseen pandemic situation which already had hit us? And how did Beacon deal with this situation, sir?
A very valid question in today's context. Nobody had imagined in March 2020 that the ghost will still be live in May 21. I mean, after 14 months, and now we do not know how many months, how many quarters it will go. Whether vaccination will end it and blah blah blah. There are a lot many things about COVID and all those things. In this uncertain world, in this whether the duration of COVID and all those things, one thing it has witnessed, I mean, that it has shown character of insurance industry to the masses. It has shown because the insurance is in a common man things. Insurance is one of the last priority, and still people, if you are insurance person, then people still take you as a LIC agent or LIC employee or LIC agent. I mean, in earlier days, it was only LIC and LIC. Nowadays, people know, because after private sector and after communication becomes more fast and quick and well diversified, people now know what is general insurance and what is life insurance. But insurance industry has been not a very prominent industry so far. But this COVID, this is a benefit on the insurance industry side, which is a long-term benefit. Their visibility has become better. People have realized that insurance is a need for an individual, and it works. It helps you at the time of critical moment. Whether it is counseling of a doctor, even whether I have seen, because everybody of us has got some suffering somewhere, whether it is relative, friends, neighbors, and all those things. So how insurance industry persons have worked of arranging even hospitals through TPAs and through other things, whatever they could do as a personal, in a personal capacity, and whatever they could do as an insurance industry person, they have shown their abilities to deliver, irrespective of whether it has put a hole in their balance sheet, profit and loss account of insurance industry, which was already stressed upon. So all the insurance companies, after this COVID claim, this is the second phase, you can say April 21, has given number of loads claims, which was earlier also was there. So in spite of that, the insurance industry has shown the character, and general insurance especially. So that is a plus point as far as visibility is concerned. Second point is reliability increased in a common man's eyes. The third point is, yes, insurance industry balance sheet has impacted due to adverse outgo, because health is, you can say, 30% or 35% big chunk. The another big chunk is motor. In the first quarter of 2021, because motor is a cash cow for most of the insurance companies. Every month you get cash sales, you can say. Ticket size is small, but cumulatively it becomes the chunk of the things. And for first 3 months, first 2 months especially, it was bad because of postponement and all the other things. But after that, motor has eased out as far as premiums are concerned. And by the end of the year, it has balanced out. It was not much things, but health insurance has picked up as far as the premium is concerned. So that had took the whatever deficit of motor was there. Commercial business was not impacted much. It stick with the previous insurance company and previous intermediary only, because in virtual world, the transfers were not there. People stick to their existing intermediary, to existing insurance companies. Due to, as you all know, because most of us are from insurance fraternity, this increase of rates have eased out little bit as far as top line is concerned of insurance company and the intermediary as well. Coming to Beacon. Beacon is more of B2B type of intermediary broker. I mean, if you talk of a pie, our 50% revenue comes from fire insurance, maybe 55%. And our motor and individual health maybe 1% or less than that even. So as far as our business is concerned, yes, there was not much of impact Rather, due to this increased rate, we could grow by 35% plus in this 2021. Our team has worked very hard, but on the other side, especially this second phase, most of our families, Beaconites families and their friends and relatives had suffered, has gone under stress due to COVID, due to hospitalization, due to some untimely death and all those things. So that has definitely impacted, because it is the individual who work as a professional life and personal life. Until as personal life is good, professional life cannot be good. So yes, COVID has impacted us, our life, and so is the insurance industry. But there are certain bright points, bright stars which has come up, because difficulty में ही आपको आपकी shining होती है. Then only you energize your more. You put forth your potential to your latent energy is converted into actual energy, and that is what it has been done for insurance industry. So it is blessing in disguise as far as that part is concerned. Yes, COVID has impacted our personal life and all those things. We cannot do anything in that aspect, but this is what it is. So as far as Beacon is concerned, insurance industry has dealt it fantastically well. Beacon has also dealt it with is reasonably good. That is from my side.
I think I can empathize with you being a leader, running such a big show, and taking care for, I'll say it is not employees, family. So entire, I'll say the credit goes to you, taking such a huge pressure for the entire team. And I really appreciate, even with the numbers you have said it, though we got a different learning, but as an industry we are growing. As a Beacon, as a company, you are growing and contributing to the industry. So kudos to you, sir, and your team. So now, very beautiful question coming from the audience, sir. So I thought I'll not be taking any audience question, but I need to take this question because this is coming with a lot of respect to you from, I think, either coming from some of your colleague or from the industry colleagues. So this is a question for you now, sir. So how you are so calm, sir? Even people are saying you are a Captain Dhoni. They are describing you like a Captain Dhoni for I'll say Beacon or for the industry. When it comes to a cranky clients, you show a lot of patience, lot of hearing to them, and manage them with a lot of calmness, with a lot of humility, and hearing hearing them very, very patiently. Even in the question, even to the cranky employees, okay, you give them a real unbiased decisions and hear to them very, very peacefully. How do you manage your temper with a lot of pressure on your shoulders, lot of stress, I'll say, which comes to the head? Still, you are keeping your calm and managing the entire show.
There's nothing like this. See, basically, it depends on, you use two words. One is tension and one is stress. So, I mean, this has become basically nowadays language. I'm stressed, I'm in tension and all those things. But these are the words which was not known in Indian culture. So let us not use these words at all. Be it personal life, be it official or professional life, God has given us to enjoy it. So when I'm enjoying myself, and that enjoyment and happiness only I give to others. See, COVID has given me a learning. in COVID, you have to ensure not only your safety, but you have to ensure your family safety, your neighbor safety, your friend safety, your office colleague safety, because it can come through them to you. So you have to keep the entire environment hygienic. That is what the life preaches us. So if I cannot in isolation can be hygienic, sanitized, I have to keep my entire atmosphere within outside me as hygienic and clean. Then only I can be permanent clean. So the same thing is here. It's simple things. If you want to keep yourself happy, with everybody wants to lead the life with full of enjoyment. So you have to spread that enjoyment, that things. Coming to a person coming to you, whether it is a client or whether it is your employee or anybody, there are two things. Number one, he is definitely in some anguish or pain. His expectations are not met. Whether fair or not fair, that's a different story. Number 1 point. Number 2 point, he is showing his anger to you, his displeasure, his anguishness, or whatever way you use, his displeasure, all those things. It means he is expecting something from you. That he has an impression that some solution you can give to him. That's why he is crying before you. Otherwise, nobody will cry to the unknown person. The little child will only cry before his mother, because he knows the shelter and the guidance and support he can get from her. The same thing is here. The principles are very simple. So if somebody is ventilating his grievance, number 1 point is that he is in anguish, he is in pain. Like in physical, some injury is there. First job is mine, of anybody, that I will clean that is with Dettol, put some bandages, and then talk to him by tumko kya hua hai. Now tell how you have fallen or whatever it is. So that is the simple things which happens. And once you listen to that person, half of the things are gone. So, it's a quite easy thing. So whether you take it Dhoni or whether you take it anything, if life is simple, then simple things only do magic. That's all from my side.
Well said, sir. I think with the simplicity, managing the critical situation is if I'm saying that's the answer. So, and you very rightly said it, if someone comes to you, his expectations are not met. So I never thought of these thoughts during this interaction. This is a real learning for me also. So I always think other person is coming, okay, you need to, but you rightly said though whatever may be the situation, his expectations are not met. So empathizing is I'll say, is a real good thing when you are hearing someone. Really appreciate, sir, this. And now coming to my next question. So as leaders, we understand the importance of keeping the employees motivated. Correct? What do you keep your employees motivated, considering the fact it is not the first choice of most of fresh graduates?
Your voice was cracking. Can you repeat the question?
Okay. As a leader, we understand the importance of keeping the employees motivated, sir.
Yeah.
So what do you do to keep your employees motivated?
Perfect. So basically, number one is leader is a very vague word. Number of definitions are there for leader word. So I will not go into the word of leader, because there are formal leaders, there are informal leaders, conventional leaders, and Netaji bhi leader hote hain. So I am not going in that debate. But coming to yes, Beacon, our philosophy has been from the beginning, from 2005 itself. We take normal MBAs, MBA insurance, and engineers, fresh recruited from the campus. We train them because training is definitely one of the strongest tool I feel is of Beacon, and that learning I have taken from Tata AIG, because in Tata AIG also I found that average employee is more knowledgeable as far as insurance is concerned than it's a relative statement than most of the other insurance companies. So we also want to make Beacon as a really risk managers, not in words but in deeds also. Yes, this is not the first choice, because in simple things, a person of 23 or 24 comes to Beacon. First his requirement, if you see from his perspective, first is the job, and second is marriage. That is what we say in Indian culture, settling down. So job definitely, because Beacon or any other intermediary, be it I'm talking of local I mean Indian intermediaries, we do not have social status. It is very difficult to explain for a person to his parents really what is Beacon and what they do, whether he is an agent, whether it is a big agent, Bima company ka agent hai, LIC ka agent hai, and all those things. So definitely that challenge is always there, and definitely everybody in today's world, these young guys are ambitious, work hard, but they are after the brands. They want big brands, whether to buy and consume, and whether to work in big brands also. So definitely, but fortunately our retention has been extremely good. I mean, and in Beacon, once a person is there for 1.5 years, he becomes Beaconite for his entire life, you can say. I am putting that word on behalf of my Beaconites. Either you are married and resides in foreign, go to Canada, USA, Australia, and all those guys, all those places, or you go to Timbuktu, where Beacon does not have branch. Even there had been instances where we were not having branch when we started the branch, and that branch is the highest revenue earner as on date. So we have done experiments also, and our front line, I mean those guys who have joined us 10 years back, 12 years back, now they have taken the baton, and they carried out this culture in a much more comprehensive way to our, you can say, the third generation, and they are doing well. And it is as the proverb says, that it is the boss which is the cause of your retention, it is the boss which is the cause of your exit. It is not the money, not the job profile. And in our case, we had got Diamond Stars as our branch manager, and all of them, without exception, are more than 10 years with us. Some are with 15 years, 14 years, because we are 16 years old only. So how it has happened is simply communicating to all those guys, and they fight with me and Sanjay also for their interest of their person. If somebody is not promoted, somebody has not given the incentive, somebody is not given the increment, all those things happens. Or there is a load, heavy load is there and they want recruitment and all those things. Or if there is some loan has to be given, some even runner or sub staff has got certain financial constraint, they fight for their team. Even our HR has been, the two ladies have been extensively doing very good job. I mean, they keep engagement like in virtual world since last 1 year. There had been quizzes, there has been competition, virtual annual programs, and so on and so forth. So these all keep engaged the entire team, and that's why Beacon, being a very low recognition as far as social stigma is concerned, we could almost retain 100%, you can say, and people enjoy becoming Beaconites. That's all.
Really, sir, you said 16 years old organization with a lot of people with 10 year plus, 14 years, 15 years. Spending the credit goes to you and your leadership skills to keep motivating your team for, I think, for a longer duration of service. And how you say that your HR engages with them is also during this tough times. Again, I'll say it is basically your vision which makes people happy with Beacon and they stay with Beacon for a longer duration. Really nice to hear that, sir. And the next thing which, again, a question coming to you, your professional journey is an exciting and inspiring story, sir. Tell us a little more about yourself and how do you keep yourself charged up?
See, basically, it is nothing exciting, nothing inspiring. It is day starts with few things and day ends with a few things. Few things completed, few things under process. So it's a journey. So, but having said that, because luckily for me, though entry to insurance was a coincidence, but with that time I started having a lot of interest in insurance industry, insurance especially in GI, and my shifting to private sector, because once Malhotra committee report was there, I mean, few of us may be remembering that government has given the job to a committee which is headed by Mr. Malhotra, and they gave the report. Based on that, private sector opening up happened in 2000, and brokers also came into picture. IRDA was formed up and all those things happened. So during that time also, I mean, we four guys were very clear, myself, B.K. Sinha, Praveen Kalia and Nayan Mehta, we were the four guys. We started Unison Insurance Consultancy in 98 when V4 was in New India. So the point was very clear. I mean, though New India has given us all the recognition, promotions, learning of insurance, ABCD was from New India only. But we wanted to do of our own. We were very clear that, and family of us also supported us. So at that time, I joined then IFCO Tokyo, Praveen Kalia joined ICICI Lombard, Viraj Sinha continued in New India and started this Unison Insurance Broking Company. So three of us, none of us, our wife were working, and none of us has come from the Dhanna Seth families. We all three have come from, our fathers were working in some state government job and all those things. But our three families supported us, and we all three could take different routes to develop ourselves. So this is what, and once you cross the bridge of government job, which is excessive security job, to a private sector at the age of 40, I was 40 at that time in 2000 when I joined IFFCO Tokyo. So bridges are broken, you cannot go back to PSU. And after that, life is easy. Once you establish yourself in the market, insurance industry is a small industry. So आप भूखे नहीं मरोगे once you establish yourself in private sector as well. So your working capital for the family is intact. And once that is there, it becomes very easy. In insurance industry, that is another beautiful thing. No working capital required for becoming entrepreneur. Simple mindset. You require, I started my journey in my bedroom, one small table, with Manish being with me. He was in IFFCO Tokyo with me. So we two guys were there. One laptop, one PC, no printer at that time, and the journey started. So it requires a simple mindset, and mindset is also not big, because insurance industry, especially in GI, if you have established something, your credentials, and then you venture out for, suppose, for entrepreneurship, and it fails, you lose some of the money, because your family working capital plus whatever 1 or 2 employees you have or 3 employees you have, that things, that's all. And you come back to the market. You may be getting little bit less salary, but that will be enough for working capital. At least मुझे उस चीज से डर लगता था कि when I will become 60, 70, उस टाइम में 40 के लिए 60 भी बहुत था, पर now I am become 60 तो अभी 70 बोलता हूँ. So when I become 70 और my grandchildren ask me, जब मुझको दिल में मलाल रहता कि यार मैंने सोचा था कि I will do of my own, but I could not do due to this karan and that karan. So if I fail, I will again go to Bajaj Allianz, to Tata AIG, to IFFCO Tokyo, to ICICI Lombard. There are a lot many companies which are there. 2 lakh तनख्वाह कम मिल जाएगी, that is all. So PML of risk was very, very less. So I mean, the story is very simple. So there is nothing like charged up and all those things are required. It's a very, very simple things. If you have that things in yourself, yes, I want to be an entrepreneur. I mean, this is my suggestion to all the persons who are listening, especially young guys. Do that. Maximum क्या होगा? You will fail. Come back to another insurance company. 6 महीने में either you will come to insurance company or to a broker. But at least you will have that consolation that I did, and it is not my cup of tea. I came back. So insurance is such a fantastic thing that you can start without any working capital, without manpower. And they say I started with 3 lakh rupees. I put in the bank account with Bo Associate is the name of the company. And I told Manish, once this 3 lakh will be over, we will join some insurance company or some broker or somebody. And the 3 lakh is still continued with God's grace. After, you can say 2004 September, I started. So for 16 years, 17 years, it is continued, it is continuing. So it is simple things which is there. So nothing very surprising things. If you put the logical inferences to it.
So I'll say, sir, in one line, you have really motivated me to apply for a broking license after hearing from you.
Okay.
So, so that is really nice to hear. Before I'll come to my last question, sir. So I will say lot of inspiration, lot of motivation, which I think at least I will say about myself, who is hearing you on this, and I'll say I'll be taking home a lot of things from you. And now my last question comes to you is we have all heard the name of Churchill. He's a famous personality, and he very beautifully said it. We make a living by what we get, but we make life by what we give. So, what does Beacon Insurance Brokers Private Limited to do give back to the society?
A difficult question, but basically, I started Beacon with a simple vision on Infosys model. I'm giving you a background little bit. Infosys is a company where all the promoters are not there now. So the persons who had developed, nourished this company, Infosys, all of them have gone away. It stands of its own leg. Neither their son nor their daughter works. Of all the 5 promoters or 4 promoters, including starting from Narayan Murthy ji and Nath Karni and so on and so forth, 4 or 5 guys. So Beacon, we started, myself and Sanjay, with this simple vision. My son and Sanjay's son is also working in Beacon as on date. But they are working purely as an employee. I mean, nobody, and people approach, people complain about them also as if he is an employee. Nothing to do with that is Sanjay's son or my son. Because of imbibing the same culture in everybody in Beacon, that it's a professional company run by professional guys and family की बकौती नहीं है. From there, the things starts, and trust tolerance had been the vision of this company. And the first giving up, I mean, you are talking of that Winston Churchill enjoyment of giving up. So first giving up is to the clients. It is, I am not talking of charitable things and all those things. First is whatever I have promised as an intermediary to serve my client, whether I fulfill it or not. So that is the first, you can say, charity works from my side. From my side means from Beacon side. So we ensure that we do not push a product which is not really the requirement of the client. We are very, very clear. Each Beaconites is very, very clear about this aspect. We will be happy to say, no, this is not a requirement of yours. So you should not go for business interruption cover, because you will not going to get claim in business interruption cover. I mean, just hypothetical things. And at that type of claim, that is what I say to my team members, and that is what I say to the clients also. हम दिल और दिमाग से काम करते हैं at the time of claim. Whether we fail or pass, or we pass partially is something different. So first, you can say, giving up starts from that. So whatever promises are there, whether they are being fulfilled to the best of our efforts, is the first, you can say, charity or giving up. The second giving up is, and that is also giving up to the society, because we are not working in vacuum. we are working for the individual or organization, and organization is also run by individuals only, ultimately. So that is the giving up to the society as well. The second giving up, again, it depends on the whether you give up. I'm talking the word donation, because I do not like the word donation itself. Donation means you are on upper level and that person is at lower level. Giving up should be more of this type of things, or maybe this type of thing where you are obliged if somebody is accepting your gift or your point or your tangible things, whether it is clothes, whether it is cash, whether it is blanket, whether it is any other things. So गिविंग अप के पीछे जो अभिमान होता है, आई मीन इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी, सो दैट अभिमान शुड नॉट बी देयर, इट शुड बी विद फुल ऑफ ह्यूमिलिटी. That is the really charity to the society, because God has made him as well, God has made you as well, God has given you more resources to share with. If somebody is accepting it, it should be your obligation, his obligation to you, not your abhiman or you are superior than this. And interestingly and luckily, we had very good team, radiant energy team. In one instance, I remember, I came to know that few guys of Baroda in winter 3 years back or so, from their own pockets, they have done some contribution. They have purchased some 100 blankets and gave to all those guys who were sleeping in the night in the road, and they did not tell to anybody. One day Rupali told me, Rupali, she is heading our Baroda and Ankleshwar office, if this is what it has been done, and she shows me some pictures and all those things. So this is what the really giving up is there, and we have a few really very good persons in our team who gestures, and especially one lady, she is in HR, Swati Srivastav. She also does like orphanage camp, then every month going to orphanage ashrams and giving clothes, sitting with them. She ensures that all the team members goes, sit with them, spend some time, have some smiles on their faces. All those things happens, and which is on selfish motive, because that gives a smile to me inner side. That gives satisfaction to me. So this is nothing to them but to me. That's all from my side, sir.
Great, sir. Great. I think you are saying reaching to the needies are more important than what giving up is more reaching to the end point and giving it to them. Really very nice. And how it is not limited to you. Your team members are also involved in the entire exercise of giving up is well said, sir. It is. I'll really thank you for this session, sir. And I'm really getting a lot of learnings while interacting with you on this forum also. Earlier also a lot of learnings I gathered from you. I will, before I'll go to the end point of the session, just to share it with you. My first interaction with my MD in Tata AIG, when that has happened. Okay, so the first name come about you. He told me, before you leave from my cabin, your first agenda is to touch base with Mr. Rustagi and how we can start and how we can have a larger relationship. And that point I might recollect what he said. He's seen you as one of the, in the industry, knowledgeable guy who actually work very, very closely with your customer. Even in your giving up, you spoken about your clients. So from there, I'm collecting, and the client centricity, which with the focus you address, And so I recollect that day, and when you are talking about giving up, addressing the client needs also beautifully, I really taken that from there. So I really said thank you very much for your time, for your thoughts to us, and I'm very sure a lot of people who are hearing you.
If you allow me, one thing also I want to tell. If I have 2 minutes, because I have also learned lot many things from Tata AIG, and especially, I mean, I'm naming it, Mr. Sushant Sareen. I met him in Delhi when he was posted in Delhi. He's, I think, from Oriental, if I'm not mistaken. But when he was in Tata AIG, United, sorry.
He's from United. So,
yeah, United, but he was in Delhi in Tata AIG initial time.
Correct.
So I met him in Delhi only, and then I met several persons in Tata AIG. But first impression is the last impression, and he's the person to whom I have invited for lot many training of Beakerites. More than 10 training he has delivered. Because he is an expert in all the fields, whether it is Bala, Mr. Bala has also come, CBS has also come. I mean, so Tata AIG to me had been a treasure of knowledge. And they never push for sale. I mean, my impression is, if you are, they give you, lend you all the knowledge, they share all, like one instance, knowing fully well that this policy I cannot give to Tata AIG. Parvati and Sushant had come all the way to Ahmedabad to support me in a client for a professional indemnity policy, understanding the contracts and how the contract has to be enriched with US compliance authorities and all those things. So that type of things I've seen in Tata AIG, and though I could not do much premium with Tata AIG, that is also constraint because in my in organization Beacon, I give free hand to my leaders. It is their cup of tea where they present the business and all those things. But I personally has very high regards for Tata AIG.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for, I am saying, talking high about our organization, and really, when it comes Tata's as a name, the first thing comes as a trust, and our industry is basis of the trust. And very well said. And before we'll end the session, there are certain things which I think you have very well said it once. I'll say on the leadership, your thoughts were well placed, and I will say under your leadership, your organization is going to prosper a lot. Point number 2, when you have taken it about the digital also, I think very beautifully said it on your things, how digital and how you are going to frame digital, and how digital is going to change the space for GI industry in India, or even you taken it up your experience of London with us, well said on that. And giving up also, I will say, giving up to the last person, which is a needy, and reaching to that position is a well said, sir. Even I really aspire your journey, and I said it in the mid of the discussion. I am motivated to take a broking license, so I am going to apply shortly, maybe. And your personality as a very calm, quiet, sober, and I'll say with a lot of humility. When a person of this industry, there are only, I'll say, few people like you with whom I interact day to day. So thank you very much, sir. Thanks for your time once again, which you have given it to us, your thoughts, which will be going to the young leaders, young entrepreneurs, and they can start their journey in this industry as entrepreneurs, as leaders. And thanks to all of you who are there, part of this call. And again, thanks to the Tata AIG team for organizing this entire session for us, and thanks to the team Rustic also for making a very successful discussion with Mr. Rustagi. I wish you all a very happy weekend. We have so though every day is a weekend for us, we all working from home, but please enjoy your Saturday, Sunday, and I always tell my team, please spare these 2 days at least for you and your families and enjoy. So thank you very much all. Thank you to all of you. Thank you, Rustagi Sahab.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Tata AIG and Rustic team. And everybody. Thank you.